Please, if you want to know more about this program, visit our website www.culturalgroupbenefits.com or call me directly 763 593 5107. Thank you.
Hot mix mixing.
Hello everyone here in the USA, all the diaspora, and all the way in Africa. Welcome to our Africa Weekly News Report with Ellie Jamal at Tempo Africa TV. Today we have a very special guest, a project manager from Book for Africa. She will be joining us today to talk a little bit more about the organization, and we are very excited to give you guys more details about it and what you guys may need to know about this organization as well. So my introduction to you all about Book for Africa. It is an organization based in St. Paul, Minnesota, and this has started a long time ago, so it's been around since 1988, and this organization is to help children's, adult students in Africa. All over Africa, actually. They have distributed and shipped books to many different countries in Africa. And our Today program, we are going to talk about the outreach for Somalia. That is one of the next country on the list, and the project manager from Book Africa is going to give us much more detail about it and how we can learn more about it and be involved as well. So let's invite on Erin from Book for Africa. Erin, welcome to our show here.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
All right, we are so happy to have you on. Of course, this is one of our first program that we get to do with Book for Africa here on Ellen Jamal's show. So we appreciate you for coming on. So first, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit more about you, and then tell us a brief information about the organization.
Sure. So my name's Erin. I've been with Books for Africa for over 5 years now. Currently, I'm the project manager. So Books for Africa it's now 34 years old. We've been in Minnesota for 34 years, in St. Paul all of this time, and our mission is to end the book famine in Africa by shipping as many books as we can to the right people. And at this point, we've shipped 53 million books to every single country on the continent. That's something we're very proud of.
That is amazing.
53 million.
53 million.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. What are the countries you guys have touched so far?
So we've worked in every single country, but we've mostly worked in Ethiopia, Nigeria, Kenya, Somalia, South Africa, the Gambia. Those are some of our biggest recipients of books.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a really big opportunity for Africa, especially all the children's there, all the adults and young women's, with me being one of them growing up, getting an opportunity to learn different stories and history as well. So this is a really huge deal for Africa. So what are the important keynotes our audience should know about the organization?
Well, like I said, we're based in St. Paul, Minnesota. We have a warehouse here, so we have an opportunity for Midwestern folks to get involved. We also have a warehouse in outside of Atlanta, Georgia, where people can get involved. And we just basically thrive on involvement from members of our community here in the U.S. and around the world. All of our projects are demand-driven. We only send books to people who reach out and ask for them. We work with members of the diaspora to organize projects to send books back to their hometowns. So it's really a community project, and we just want anyone who has an interest in education or in any country in Africa to reach out.
Wow. So that leads on to my next question with that. Are there organizations or library in Africa or schools that reach out to you guys to receive books and things of that sort? So anywhere in Africa?
Yep, every day we have emails come in from people in Africa or in the U.S. who have an interest. So it might be something as small in scale as one school in Ghana reaching out, or as big as a Ministry of Education reaching out. And we like to be able to be flexible to work with everyone.
Wow. That's pretty amazing. So any schools, any libraries there in Africa, so that is the message. Reach out to Book for Africa. And so how do you guys do the shipping process to there? Do they take them from someone that is connected here? Or you guys have direct shipping to Somalia or other countries?
We ship in shipping containers, 40-foot containers.
Okay.
So we will send, so if it's a recipient who has a great need and they can take a full container, we would send a full 40-foot shipping container. So that's at least 18,000 books, and we can put quite a bit more books in there if they're children's books or slimmer books.
Okay.
And we do have a few operations, especially in Ghana or Nigeria, where there are book trusts in operation that we send books to. And through those book trusts, smaller organizations or even just individuals who want books can approach them and get a small donation of books.
Okay. And how do you guys reach out to villages or other small areas far from the city in Africa?
Yeah, so that's hard to do. That's why we need to make really good connections with people, and we really rely on our partners on the ground. So in Ghana, we work with a book trust that works on the ground. Every day they're traveling across the country and getting to know small schools, and then they keep us informed on their work and their progress. And surprisingly, people will reach out to us from incredibly rural areas who've heard of Books for Africa. I don't know if it's just word of mouth always or they've seen our boxes, but it's pretty impressive where people will reach out to us from.
Yeah, word of mouth definitely travels very quickly over there in Africa. All right, so mainly speaking about Somalia, so Somalia is your guys' focus right now to send books over there. What are some of our audience can know about shipping books to Somalia, or what would be the outreach?
So right now we're working with the U.S. Department of Defense, and we've actually just sent 5 containers of books. It's over 100,000 books, and we're sending them to Berbera port. But it's a really amazing project because there are 4 different organizations involved in it, and they're all from different regions. There's people who are from Puntland, people who are from Somalia, from Somaliland, that are all working together to distribute the books. And they will be arriving in March. So we're really excited to see that delivery and publish some pictures and show everyone how it goes.
That's pretty cool stuff, you guys. You know, there are some samples here that we're going to share with you guys, especially with the main outreach being Somalia. And I think one thing that really, really captured my attention is that it's not just only in English. It is also written in the native tongue as well. So if you guys can see some of these books here and you look through it, they're actually pretty easy to read. You know, first graders, second graders, they usually pick up a lot of these books, and they're very, very obsessed with these books as well. At least remembering myself from growing up. So where with this book you can see the English here, and then you have it written again in Somalia. So I think this is one of the coolest idea that you don't see a lot. Like this is my first time seeing this as well. And how has that been with all the other languages as well? Is this something you guys just started, or it's been?
Yeah, so we have a lot of demand for local languages, books in mother tongue. And so we have actually started a publishing initiative. And we are working to publish books currently. So we've done this print run, which are Somali English. Right now, literally as we speak, we're publishing books that are in English Oromo and English Amharic. So we're doing that in Ethiopia. They're actually being printed and bound in Ethiopia.
Wow.
Yeah, and we are hoping to move into a project in Malagasy, in Madagascar, in the upcoming months. So it is, I think, one of the newest initiatives at Books for Africa, and it's really important to us because we know that students that are allowed to learn to read in their mother tongue, they just have really great outcomes. They learn to read much faster. Yeah, so we would love to make those resources available.
It's a lot of languages.
Yeah.
A lot of languages in Africa. So you mentioned Oromo and Amharic. In the Amharic language, are they mostly written in words or in their symbols?
So we're using the symbols.
The symbols,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, so we're working in partnership with an organization in Ethiopia who's able to provide a professional translator and ensure that all of the words and the symbols are written just correctly.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is wonderful. So here's more books, you guys. As you can see the title as well, it says The Travel of Ingal Shade, and then it's translated again in Somalia, so you'll have the pronunciation as well. And including looking at the author too, like some of the illustrator and the people that are writing these stories as well, it looks like they are also from those countries.
Yeah, we worked with the Minnesota Humanities Center on these books.
Yeah.
And so these were part of a Somali bilingual book project.
Okay.
And so it was important to ensure that members of the community here were involved in writing these books because they're all Somali folk tales.
Wow.
So they should be stories of significance culturally as well.
Yeah. And they're telling their story, so you guys can see who is also written by or retold the story, so the audience can know that it is also by them. Yeah, these are really amazing stuff. And can people get these books here in the U.S. as well, like in the Somalian community, or how do they connect with them?
When these books were originally published and printed, there was a distribution done in Minnesota as well. And, I'm not quite sure what the next step is for these titles, but I know that the Minnesota Humanities Center keeps them in publication.
Okay.
I've found them online as well. So they are available if you'd like to read them online.
Yeah. Okay. So for all the diaspora that are here in the U.S. as well, so they would just click the title and then they can find them on ebooks, electronics, reading as well. Yeah. I'll definitely check into more of these.
Yeah.
And there's all other different bilingual projects, so each people can just click their native tongue and then find the books translated. All right. So my next question would be, what is the main message that started Book for Africa? How did all this started out, or how the idea came about?
Yeah, so our founder is actually, his name's Tom Worth. He lives in Minnesota now, and he's still, of course, very active with Books for Africa. He was driven to start the organization after a trip to Uganda. So he specifically was in Uganda, in Mbale, in the 1980s. That's where he kind of had his eyes open to a need for books that he saw.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And was it based on how he observed the countries and what was lifestyle like there in the society as well?
He was meeting some people while he traveled, specifically some librarians and teachers, and he found that one of the things that people spoke to wanting the most was to having more books at their schools and libraries.
Yeah.
So he thought, well, this seems approachable. This seems like something that I could help with now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One man, one idea to build a whole nation. Continent, let's just say.
Yeah.
The whole entire continent of Africa. All right. And how can those that likes to participate or be a part of the program or be more supportive, how can we be more supportive, whether in Africa or here as a diaspora as well?
Yeah, so we have volunteers come into our warehouses every day. So if you're in the Minneapolis-St. Paul metro area, you can volunteer in our warehouse. If you're in the Atlanta metro area, we have so many opportunities 6 days a week for volunteers. And if you want to send books to a country, to a community that's of interest to you, please reach out. You can go to booksforafrica.org and send us a message. You can also give us a call and someone will pick up the phone and talk to you about how you can get involved.
Wow. Thank you so much for those details. So they're pretty clear. So Book for Africa, it is for anyone who is looking for books in Africa and also here as well. And you said it's bookforafrica.org?
Yes.
All right. So that'll be the website to go there. And we really appreciate all the information. And if anybody has any questions or any comments they may have for you, they can email you?
Yeah, you can actually just send a message. There's a contact form on our website, and I will see it right away. We're a very small staff, so
I kind of had a hard time saying email because we're kind of used to like the social media world.
Yep.
You know, where I'd be like, oh, you can reach her on Facebook or Instagram and just send her a message. But yes, definitely. So it's based here in Minnesota. Well, we really, really appreciate you for sharing this information with us. And we definitely look forward to learning more about it, and hopefully I'll come and volunteer one day.
Definitely, please do.
And it's such a great work, you guys. You know, it's such a great work, volunteering. I mean, you can learn a lot. You can, pick up a lot of things that changes another person's life, changes humanity. Education is one of the #1 key in Africa. Many children are very, very eager to learn, and also many parents definitely want their children growing up to have an education and to also become a part of the society, to build and to grow and have more of that knowledge. So this is one brilliant idea, and it's been around for 35 years. So 34 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there any last message you'd like to share with our audience?
I just want to thank you for having me on today, and just really encourage anyone who wants to reach out.
Yeah.
We'd love to work with you.
Absolutely. So we'll stay in touch, and if we have any more updates in the near future or the next country that Book for Africa would like to present, it will be on here in their requests. So thank you for having us on, and there you have it, people of Africa, and here in the USA as well. So in the next program, we're going to go ahead and talk about is just few announcements that I'm going to make concerning what is coming up in the next few months here not in Minnesota, but in Austin, Texas. There is a huge conference. It is a big conference that helps talents as well. And a lot of the talents from Africa have rise from this conference as well. So once we have more details, we're going to share to you more about it. But as far as now, it's called Southeast by Southwest, or Southwest by Southwest. It is mainly music, fashion, all the different kind of talents where an artist get the exposure, they can get all the contract, they can get all the things that they need to pursue their dreams. So this is one of the biggest announcements that I want to share with you guys. So just to pull up a little bit more information about it is, let's see. So it started in the early 1980s, early 1980s or early 1990s. So it's been around for a very, very long time. It started as a one-day conference, and then eventually it grew into a whole week conference, and then now it grew to a 3-week conference. So for 3 weeks straight, there are different programs and different performance for musicians as well, different performance. And there will be many, many, many people around the world that comes to recruit their next talent, or even a record label to come and recruit their next musician or top superstar. Many companies have also launched their program from this, annually event as well. So if you guys remember, let me just name one artist, Moonchild. If anyone knows who Moonchild is, he was discovered from that as well. And we may have a guest in the near future that will give us more detail about it. This guest is one of the organizers that participates in that event every year. It is definitely something to acknowledge. It is something to look forward to, especially for anyone out there who has a talent in music, fashion, film, or even just launching a company or launching a business, anything of that sort. This is definitely one of the biggest organizations in Austin, Texas, and it's going to be in March. So that is the short update I'd like to share with you all. And thank you so much, and have a wonderful weekend.
This is Sam Daly of Cultural Group Benefit Company, a group life insurance designed for cultural association. We've done this program now for 21 years. The program is approved in 46 states. It's a group life insurance program. I want to emphasize it's a group life insurance program for cultural association, guaranteed without any pre-existing medical conditions. Please, cultural community, there's no need for GoFundMe. We have a program designed for cultural association. Please, if you want to know more about this program, visit our website, www.culturalgroupbenefits.com, or call me directly, 763-593-5107. Thank you.
Nouveau à Minneapolis, Tempo Afrique Travel. Vous voulez voyager? Achetez vos billets d'avion à l'agence de voyage Tempo Afrique Travel. Avec l'agent de voyage Tempo Afrique Travel, pas de problème de connexion, pas de problème de transfert de vol.